So you all heard of the Ohio train derailment, that disaster, the chemical spill, but do you know what is being done with the toxic waste and where it's going to? When I heard, I could not believe it. So stay tuned, we're going to cover it, and this is a warning to all Texas residents, in particular the ones in Houston, Harris County. So first of all, hello everyone, I am Anne, the little Frenchie in Big Texas. Welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I cover a variety of topics, a lot of homesteading, animals, garden, as well as homeschooling, but not only, we do cover the news, sometimes also from abroad, as well as some Texas visits in the area. So if that's of interest to you, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a like as well. But let's just dive into the subject. What is being done with the Ohio waste? Toxic waste. And I want to make a difference here between toxic and hazardous because both are used here. But toxic is actually much worse because toxic may be fatal to animals, humans, and so on, while hazardous is just a lighter term here. So we are talking here about the worst waste we can have. And I had a comment on one of my videos last night. I read it and I was like, seriously? I haven't heard. I can't believe it. And I did some research and here you go. So let me share with you my screen and what I learned. So the first one here, just Google, Ohio toxic water, Texas. And yes, it is being sent to a Houston suburb for disposal. And why do we know it? Because it's coming, actually, it's a county official in Texas that was not aware and started questioning it because it was all hidden. Nobody knew pretty much. So let's just dive in here. Let me go to this one. So here it is. When we say Harris County, it's Deer Park, which is just east of Houston on the Gulf Coast. So it's an area that's highly petrochemical. So it's not the first time we had to handle chemical waste. Usually it's petrochemical waste, and there is a facility that can handle it. But it is not the only facility in the country. That is part of the issue here. But so, yes, it is sent to Deer Park. And that judge, Hidalgo, who you see right there, actually, let me see if I can put the sound so that you get to hear.
Breaking now, Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo says wastewater from the Ohio train disaster is already at a facility in Deer Park.
So this has sparked concern in the community, which is why we are joined by ABC 13 anchor Elisa.
Already in the community. Already, and she's frustrated because she wasn't told that it's being sent to this Texas molecular in the middle of the week, 2 million gallons. And look at that map here. I mean, seriously, East Palestine to Deer Park, how do you think this is getting shipped? By train, the same issue we had, right? Train and then trucks. All these to that facility. And why? How did it get approved? I'm actually questioning because Harris County is obviously not in agreement and we're not told. So Harris County is pretty much Houston City here, one of the largest cities in the US. I mean, you ship toxic waste there with about 5 million inhabitants in the area. Seriously? Why Eden? Who approved it? And why was it approved? I mean, any bribe in there? What money was involved? I mean, this Texas molecular company handling the waste. So how do they handle the waste? That's another very interesting. So you see the facility here on the little video. They're showing you some of the waste handling. But how was it done? So let me share with you another page because this is... Let me share with you another page. I have my dog, I think, who wants to, if you don't mind opening the door, he wants out. All right, so how was this done? Let me share with you another another thing about the chemical company here and how they do it. Because how they do it is that when they say they treat, they actually do a well. It's a deep well. They don't actually treat the waste as such. They just bury it in a deep well. So let me share with you their website and their explanation here. So this is Texas Molecular Deep Commitment. So this is an ESG, all you sustainably friendly company, I think. Interesting, it was recently acquired by VLS Environmental. And I did research VLS Environmental. I wanted to look the ownership. It is owned by funds. Aurora Fund is one of them. So it's funds, and you don't know who's behind the funds. It would have to be researched and researched down the line. It is not really clear, but it's a private company. So I am not too sure what Texas had to do here, how it got approved. Did it go up to the governor to approve that move? I have no clue. But let me go down to the well. So this is the well. So it's a very deep well indeed. So the base of fresh water, surface water, not underground here, because underground can go much deeper. But that's pretty much how deep it goes. See, 7,000 feet roughly. And that's where they inject the waste. Apparently, they mix acid and base to have a neutral pH when they do it. And as I said, they've done it before. I don't know how many of these wells we have on the Gulf Coast with all the chemical incidents we've had in Houston along that Gulf Coast. The last one, we had a big one, and on the other side, Louisiana, Lake Charles, not that long ago, that probably ended up here, for instance. But yeah, that is it. What I'm questioning here is the water. How deep is the water, underground water in Texas? Because it can go very deep underground in certain areas in the country. I mean, are we infecting the water here? I don't know. Open question, but it's not making me feel good to be living, 50, 60 miles from here. I have to thank my subscriber for having raised the point here, because it's not very well communicated, including to the residents. So this company has two facilities. Deer Park is Houston, Corpus Christi is in the south. So they're sending it to Deer Park. And from what I read from Hidalgo, so the judge, Harris County, there are about 10 of these facilities in the US. 10. One of them is in Ohio. The other one is in Michigan. They are shipping some to Michigan. Some. But most of it is being shipped to Texas. So I would like to understand how that decision was done. How they chose to cross the country with toxic waste on a train following this incident to go to Texas, as if Texas doesn't have enough issues to handle here than toxic waste. I mean, especially Houston. All the migrants from the border are coming here. I mean, this is already a big issue by itself. And now toxic waste. How did that get approved? Who signed off on this? Because this is not the county, this is not the city. So it was above. So big question marks from my side, a lot of concerns, and also a warning for everybody else who, like me, did not know. So just wanted people to be aware of what's being done here. And if anybody has an explanation on the logic of why crossing the country and choosing Texas, please put in the comment below. I would like to understand the logic behind it, because it just blows my mind here. So guys, stay safe. Make sure you have a good water purification system at home, wherever you are, because this is probably one of our most precious treasure, and all the Brita and so on we get at the store are probably not good enough. I'm not sure much is good enough for that kind of chemical spill anyway, but just make sure you've got a good watering system, filtering system at home to remove particles, to remove potential chemicals, that it is running for everything. Out of the tap water. Even if you use water to cook pasta, all the pasta are gonna, get the water in, and you're gonna, eat it at the end, drink it. So make sure everything you do, you use purified, clean water. So guys, not a great day here in Texas, I would say, but sharing the information just in case you have not heard. And thank you to my subscriber, Super Happy Fun, who's actually a Texas-based subscriber, but a bit further away towards the hill country. So thank you for letting me know. And everyone, have a great weekend. Stay safe. Bye.